Last night was the 94th Academy Awards, and CTV's etalk was the only Canadian outlet on the Oscars red carpet, with Liz Trinnear speaking with the night's biggest stars. And Liz joins us live now, bright and early from LA, to recap and talk about some of the highlights. Liz, good morning to you. So starting with a totally different kind of drama this year, I almost couldn't believe it when I saw it. Will Smith walking up on stage and smacking Chris Rock across the face after the comedian made a joke about Jada Pinkett looking, or a reference to G.I. Jane.
I mean, the air got sucked out of the room at that point. I will say I was not even watching the show at that point because I was on my way to more interviews and more coverage at the after party. So I didn't get to see it live, but I do know that publicists were all hands on deck. It was a shocking moment, and the Academy since has put out a statement that they do not condone violence. So lots to talk about, but you know, I do want to make the focus about the energy of the red carpet being back. You know, the red carpet and this Oscars being back, it felt really good. The actors were all so generous with their time and were excited to talk. So beyond the Will Smith moment, it was really a great night, and Will did get that win, so we're happy to see that for him.
Yeah, he certainly did, winning Best Actor for his role as King Richard. So yeah, let's talk about King Richard. He did win for his performance in this movie based on playing the father of Venus and Serena Williams. And they were also in attendance at the Oscars, you know, introducing Beyonce's musical act, which I must say was fabulous. Her on that actual Compton tennis court in that color. They were all, even the instruments, the violin, the cello, they were all the color of that lime green tennis ball.
Yeah, and I think that was just such an important moment for Venus and Serena. I got to say hello to them on the carpet, and that was a really fun moment for me to see those icons. But I can't even imagine what it must feel like to have your family's story at the Oscars on the world's biggest stage. You know, originally they hadn't signed on saying that they approved the film, but then they saw the final product and they completely endorsed it and were honored that this incredible cast featured it. And I think overall, Beyonce paying homage to their childhood by being on that court, it meant a lot for a lot of young boys and girls looking up to pursuing their sports dreams or whatever those dreams are, and it was just kind of a throwback to them. And I do think Serena and Venus were so happy with Beyonce's performance. I mean, she is Queen Bee after all.
She certainly is, and she showed it again why she is Queen Bee with that performance yesterday. Okay, so from Best Actor, let's move on to the Best Picture winner, up against a lot of competition, but Coda takes the cake.
Coda, I can't speak enough about this film. This was my #1 frontrunner all award season long. It's just such a heartwarming film and a heartwarming story. I actually screamed when I found out on my phone when someone texted being like, Coda won. Troy Kotsur, the lead, got supporting role as well for his role. And if you see his performance, you understand why. It moves you to tears. I am just so happy for what this means in representation for the deaf community. I know that I got to talk to Troy last week, and just being nominated was a huge thing. But now the win, I also, you know, screenplay won as well by Sean. So I think it's just a really good moment for visibility, and I think this movie deserved all of the awards, so I was just rooting for them all the way.
Yeah, it was certainly a favorite and kind of broke history by being the first movie on a streaming service, Apple TV Plus, to win an Academy Award. So that says something about, I don't know, maybe the direction we're taking with movie making these days. All right, moving on to Best Actress. Jessica Chastain for her role in The Eyes of Tammy Faye.
Now, Tammy Faye, if you have not seen The Eyes of Tammy Faye, wow, what a performance. She said she worked 7 years to get this right. You know, she got the rights to the story over 7 years ago. She'd been really pushing to get this made, and then she really immersed herself into being Tammy Faye, studying her, watching videos, trying to sound like her. I totally think she deserved it. She was also the favorite to win, so it was not a total surprise for me. I thought she was in it, but it was a pretty stacked category, and I just think if you see it, you'll understand. Now, the hair and makeup team also took home an Oscar, and she credits them for getting into the role. And as someone who presents for a living, I'm sure you know, for me, when you feel your best or you look the part or whatever it is, it really helps the performance. So I do think that it was a very exciting night for Jessica. She's so great, and unfortunately I didn't get to talk to her on the carpet, but etalk has so many other incredible actors and actresses that we got to talk to on that red carpet last night.
Right, and speaking of the people you did get to speak with on the red carpet, none other than Billie Eilish, who sang No Time to Die, which was featured in the James Bond movie.
Yeah, and what a moment for her and her brother Phineas right there. You see me interviewing. I love these two. I am such a music head, so this was a very geeky moment for me. But Billie was just so happy. You know, they used to write Bond theme songs in their bedroom as kids just for fun, and then when they were asked to make the song for the movie, they were so honored. Then now winning all these awards and especially the Oscar. This is a big night, and their mom was on the carpet with them, and they're such a tight-knit group. She recorded the song in her tour bus while on tour in a bunk. So just wow, what a moment. And watching them take that home was a real treat for me.
Yeah, I'm a fan of both of them as well. And, you know, they also signed on to do the music, some 3 original songs in the Disney Pixar film Turning Red. So, yeah, they're definitely being seen more all over the place, as well as entertainment. Yeah. All right, next up, you also reunited with our very own Canadian, Simu Liu. He was dressed in red. A lot of celebrities actually dressed in that red motif. And I read somewhere that that's kind of like a homage to that red lady dancing emoji in the red dress.
Oh, amazing. I actually, you know, it's funny. I feel like it was just a theme of the night. Like, I think there was red gowns, there were the red suit. Reuniting with Simu was so great. We went to Western University in London, Ontario at the same time. And so watching him pivot his career from business into being one of the biggest actors on the rise, I mean, from SNL, I'm always so proud of him. And so we haven't been able to see each other in person because of the pandemic. So that was a big moment for me, just to reunite with him. And overall, I will say that was a theme of the night. You saw celebrities reuniting with one another, hugging. You got Benedict Cumberbatch and Andrew Garfield being like, what? And just having a front row seat to that energy and being on the carpet representing Canada as the only Canadian outlet on the carpet. We were spot number 2, so I had really good seats. And it truly was an honor. And a bucket list moment for me.
Yeah, for sure, and especially after this pandemic. So a bit of a reunion there for everyone. All right, CTV etalk's Liz Trinnear live for us in LA. Thanks so much for your insight and analysis. Take care.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you.